Sorry I'm late, sorry I'm late. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi everybody. It's for some reason freezing in my house. I actually know why. I was boiling hot last night and I told Alex to turn off the heat. Why is our heat still on? It's May. But then it went down to 1 degree last night and I'm froze. Our house is like 16 degrees Celsius right now and it's been like consistently like 20 degrees, 21 degrees for the last like several months. So I'm not emotionally prepared. Luckily for the chicks, they have a heat lamp. Don't worry about them. Every chick is doing just fine, but I'm cold and Thunder was cold this morning. We had to have a cuddle. Ooh, excuse me. Good morning. If you're new here, hi, I'm Laura. We get together Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 8 a.m. Eastern until around 10 a.m. Eastern just to get our day started, chit-chat, talk about plants, animals, yarn, crafty things, all kinds of stuff. So if that sounds like your vibe, it's a pretty chill place, good supportive community. Definitely subscribe and join us. If you're not new, then I hope you're already subscribed. And also, I hope that you've liked the video already. Do you ever have that when you talk a whole bunch after not talking at all and you literally have like a tired tongue? My tongue is like tired. Because that makes sense. Good morning, Karen. Hey, Candace. Good morning, Alcy. Good morning, Dina. And good morning, Oracle. Or good afternoon, I suppose, Oracle. Nice to see you this morning. Fairy Flower. Hi, good morning. Water in my cup. Awesome. Looking good, girl. Loving the hair lately. Thank you, Candace. I showered this morning, so it's not quite all the way dry, but I think that we are like a couple of centimeters away from curly hair. Like, down here, there's already some evidence that my hair is getting ready to think about being long enough to curl. I tried this morning to like do this. It's not quite long enough to like have a curl in my hand. It's more of like just a loop right now, but probably we're just a couple centimeters away from having hair that's almost long enough to curl, which is exciting because my hair has texture. It's not really like, it looks curly when it's a little bit longer. Alex's top. Yes, Alex's top. Well, it's warm. I know I crocheted it warm and it's not freezing everywhere. So like I'm doing this to just warm my hands. And then it has one pocket. I still need to make a second pocket for it, but it's really warm. It's a good crochet weight. It's like single crocheted, I think. So it's warm and thick. Working on my usual projects. That's good, Dina. And good morning, Barb. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning, Lita. Nice to see you as well. And Sid, good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome back. So I was looking at my weather this morning, my weather app, while I was getting the live stream ready. Apologies for being late. I decided to get ready for the stream last minute. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, I was late. I'm catching up on the bullet journal and then gonna work on my crap sweater. That's awesome. Almost done with the BTS sweater. That's exciting. I'm excited to see what that looks like. What's the vibe to make it a BTS sweater? Is it just a sweater that one of the people in BTS wore, or is it like, does it say BTS on it or what? I'm still waiting for that job interview to call back. If they had interviews that day though, Oracle, they probably had like 10 interviews and now they have to, also even if they only had you as an interview, think about like all the other things that they have to do. Don't even worry about it. Don't fret about it. It takes a couple of days. What I would say is, was your interview Friday? Because we were hanging out, right? So it was Friday or Wednesday. I think Friday because that makes more sense to me. If it's, no, it wouldn't have been Friday or you shouldn't expect it for several days. Oh, it was Thursday. Okay, so you should give them 3 full business days. So Friday, Monday, Tuesday. On Wednesday, you should call them back and just say something like, hi, it's Oracle. We actually had an interview last week and I was just calling to touch base and see if you needed any additional documents from me or if you wanted any additional references or if there was anything that you were looking for from me. And they'll be like, no, because they don't need anything else. They're just going to call you back, but it will remind them that you exist and they'll be like, no, awesome, we're just going to go through the paperwork. And then I bet you on Thursday you'll get them calling back being like, we were really busy, you know? In all fairness, she said, you may find out in the next day or two a day to 2 weeks. So yeah, so they're obviously like, it's something they're looking for, but not like rushed on. That would be my guess. Good morning, dropping the kids off at school. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. Nice to see you this morning. Gosh, I hope they remember I exist. I mean, I hope so, but I mean, I'm just thinking, is it a big company or a small business? If it's a small business, very hard for them to remember you exist on the first time because they're just scrambling. And if it's a big company, it's hard for them to remember that you exist because they're a big company. Like nobody is nobody matters as much as they do in real life. Build-A-Bear, right. Okay, if it's Build-A-Bear, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff that you have to think about, like, day-to-day stuff. And an interview, even if you're the most cool person ever, it's still only a little part of their day. It was a huge part of your day, but only a little part of their day. I'm sure they'll call you back soon. As soon as they remember that they were going through resumes and had interviews. Is that just my experience with the places that I've worked? Maybe. Karen, yes, it's a band. Album cover, inspired colors, and logo and band name. Yeah, well, would you call them a band? They don't do any music, they just sing. So it's like, how many people are in it, AJ? It's a bunch of guys who sing and dance. They're not a band, they're more like a boy band. Like, they don't play instruments, they just dance and sing. And, like, look really good. They all look like models. And they're like makeup, like they're like perfect, like Ken dolls, like they're all slightly different. Like one has pink hair, one has black hair, one has silver hair. 7 guys. Okay, so 7 guys. They all look. It's like you're getting a 7-pack of perfect skinned Ken dolls, kind of. They're all attractive in their own way. Like, they're all niche attractive, you know what I mean? Not Laura reading BTS to Phil. No, it's not. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, like, they're marketing to a very specific group of people. Like, I'm thinking, like, the way that the Backstreet Boys had, like, the one with frosted tips, the one with black hair, the one with a beard, you know what I mean? Like, they have, like, that, except it's K-pop, so it's just, like, the 90s again, but with more attractive, younger men. I feel like the Backstreet Boys and stuff, they were already in their, like, mid-20s, whereas these guys, I feel like they started all a lot younger. They all have, like, no facial hair and, like, no pores and a little bit of mascara and, like, a little bit of a highlight, but, like, subtle enough that you're like, no, it's not makeup. It's just, like, they're just perfect. Yeah, exactly. They're all Adonises. It's like, when you see them, you're like, are they wearing makeup or are they just perfect? That kind of thing. It's both. They're very good looking. But although some of them have had, like, lip injections now, I think. There have been a few of those. You know those dance, what are those called? I don't know, when the K-pop stans go on Twitter and, like, mosh, what is the word I'm looking for? When they, like, go, and they're not trolling because trolling is mean. They're just, like, taking over a hashtag. That's what I mean. They're taking over a hashtag with, like, they have, like, filmed videos, the K-pop stans. And some of them in those videos I've seen have looked like a little uncanny valley, you know? It's a shame how toxic the music industry is, especially some K-pop businesses, companies. Totally. Korean skincare is what I want badly. Yeah, basically. Never heard of them, but I will see them on YouTube later, Bunny. Sounds good. See how you like them. Flash mobs. Yeah, like hashtag flash mobs, basically. Okay, so, I missed something, Candace. Also keep in mind they would have to thoroughly check out all people well, since people have to work with children, so they have to cover their butts on all sides. True. And they probably are hiring, like, more than one person, so they have to do, like, more than one interview, and they have to give everyone who applied a fair shot or whatever, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Oracle. Just give it a couple of days. So, seeing as I finished my cardigan, today I shall edit my novel, to the stream. Well, I hope that our conversation adds to your plot line and makes it so much more interesting. That was a joke, because our conversations are, you know, a special kind of conversation here. By the way, for those of you who have come in a little bit late, good morning. Don't forget to like the video as you're coming in. It helps the channel grow. And I now have a goal before I turn 30, I just turned 29 on Thursday. Before I turn 30, I want to hit 100,000 subscribers. I am currently at 58,000 and change, like 58,200. So please like the video because I would really appreciate it on the growth chart of YouTube, because YouTube's like, what is your channel about? We're not promoting you until you figure out what your channel is. Are you a crochet channel or are you doing vlogs? And I'm like, I don't know, YouTube. Leave me alone. Let me figure it out for myself. I do edit well when you're speaking. It's soothing. Oh, I'm glad. I'll try and use intelligent words to, you know, make it. Wow, as soon as I said I'll use intelligent words, my brain just died. Interesting. Oh, good morning, Frida. There you are. Good morning, friends. Interesting. I've been learning about BTS. I'm not that into the music, but I'm amazed at the effort they put in. Right? Like, I'm not really into the music because I like to sing along with my music, and I haven't, like, learned any of the lyrics to any K-pop songs. Like, only the ones that are on the radio and have English lyrics. That's the ones I've been singing with. But anyway, yeah, they like, have a lot of dances that are like pretty complicated, and they all have a different job in the dance. It's not like they're just, even though that would be too difficult for me anyway, it's not like they're all doing the same dance. It's like each of them was taught a different dance, and they all, yeah, it's like a very performance-based, like, it's not just about the music. It's like it's like an entertaining thing. We're on a big chapter today. It's a flashback, plot-driven chapter. It gets niche, y'all. Very good. Just not into BTS. I follow BTS as part of my language study. See, that's a smart way to do it. It's very smart. To learn language. That's what Alex did with Eminem. Eminem taught Alex English, which makes me laugh. Also, for those of you that didn't know, Candace came over this weekend. Yes, the Candace in the chat. She came over this weekend to my place. Good morning, Maya. And we hung out for a little while, and I can't even show you all the things that she brought for me because a lot of them I've eaten already because a lot of it was food. She brought me Kinder's. I'm looking at the packages for the food that I've already eaten. She brought me Kinder Surprises. Oh, I guess I have one other thing I can eat right now that I haven't eaten yet. A bueno. We'll have that together. She came over and brought all these things. She brought Thunder treats. She brought CJ treats. She brought Peekaboo treats. And I showed her the gardens. I brought out some chicken babies so that she could hold some chickens. She got pooped on. Like, and it wasn't a solid poop either. And she was wearing a really nice shirt. So, sorry, Candace. Please soak it in cold water and baking soda or something. It sucks. I'm sorry. Amaris, I've watched so many K-dramas, but I still haven't learned that many words. It's so hard. Hey, Dawn, good morning. Got Laura on the big screen now. Hello. Oh, good. So now you can watch me eat this chocolate bar on the big screen. Mmm. It's bueno. It is bueno. Yeah, it's bueno. That's so nice of her, little angel Candace. Let me tell you about the stuff, though. So, she came over and I was trimming my hedges in the back. My parents let me borrow their hedge trimmer for a whole other day. I was so proud. I told the whole story about how special it was. So special to get pooped on. Literally all of my sweaters. The reason I'm wearing a vest today is because every day I wear a different sweater and then get pooped on, and it gets added to the, oh my god, I have to wash this and it's made of wool, it's going to be irritating pile. So now I'm wearing a vest because literally all my sweaters have poop on them. So what toys did you get in the eggs? Like, I don't have any kids in my life, but this, which is a motorcycle for your fingers. You ride it on your fingers, which is cool for children. Another one of them was, okay, let me tell the story. They're children's plastic toys that I'm gonna like have on my desk now for 3 years because I'm a hoarder. But Candace came. Oh, Louise is here too. Good morning. I had a job interview last Friday. They already sent me the negatives. Not the best way to start the week, but good to be here spending time with you all. Louisa, let's try it. We don't have to be optimistic if you don't want to be optimistic about it, but if you need like that motherly optimism, I've got it here for you. It wasn't meant to be. And if you got the negative, that's good. At least you're not sitting here waiting all week, not applying to other jobs because you think that maybe you got this one. At least now it's Monday and you have all week to apply for other jobs. Imagine if they didn't get back to you till Wednesday. You would be halfway through the week before you were ready to start applying for new ones. So when one door closes, another window opens. I'm your local 30-year-old mom here. But I'm actually 29, so not that it matters. I'm not like sensitive about my age, but I did just turn 29, so I'm not 30 yet. But I've decided I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers before I turn 30. I decided like yesterday, so please help me on that quest. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because I would like to do that, please. I don't have a plate here. I do have a freezing cold body though. Do you know where that plaid blanket is? I feel like it's in the bedroom. I'll be right back because I'm cold. I want a blanket. Are you cold? Rose. Oops, that was just a rock that was on my shelf. Did you hear that? Something dropped when I pulled my sweater off my shelf, and I was like, oh, I hope that wasn't a battery charger or a phone or something of value. And then I turned back and looked, and it was a rock, an actual rock. This is from Alex's mom. She brought it home from Belarus. It's real wool, and it looks like Burberry, which makes me feel way fancier than I am because, as you might already know, I'm not that fancy, but that's okay because I have this Belarusian Burberry blanket. It's not, again, it's not Burberry because, can you imagine a Burberry blanket like this would probably be like, I have no idea how much Burberry costs, but more than I'm happy to pay. Okay, where is your wrap we made you so we could hug you and keep you warm? It's okay. This is like, it doesn't make sense. But since CJ died, I haven't used it. It doesn't make sense. It's not because I feel sad when I see it. It's just, I don't know. I just haven't grabbed it because it's the last time I used it was when we took CJ to the vet to have him put down. So it's like, but it's not, I just haven't dove in. I just have to rip the Band-Aid off. That's all. It's just I have to rip the Band-Aid off and like decide to like wash it. I don't want to wash it because it's like the last, you know, it's the last time that we had him, and everything else has been either like replaced or cleaned or whatever since then. And so I'm just kind of hoarding it until I'm comfortable washing it because that's what happened. Also, yes, I know this is my too much jean right now. I don't care that these patterns don't go together. I like both of these garments and I'm going to wear them both at the same time, okay? That's okay. It takes time. I mean, for some reason, weird parts take time. Most of it, I brought my cat to a taxidermist to have his skull preserved for me. But I can't wear the blanket that you guys made me that we brought him to the vet. Like, my morning is confused. It's a confused thing. Sometimes those little things are the hardest. I think it's just like, my brain was like, we're not letting you let go of the whole you can't be this nonchalant about the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Can you bring me the whole cake? Yeah. Thank you so much. My mom made me a birthday cake. Thank you, by the way, so much for the slice of cake. My mom made me a birthday cake. I'm going to tell you, okay, we'll keep talking. It's just that I have ADD and so I have to get my thoughts out, at least in part, and you guys can remind me what we were talking about because if I don't say them quickly, then I'll forget. Look at what my mom made me. Yes, she sent me home with half of a cake after we had it at her farm. I just want to show them what it looks like, that's all. She made the densest chocolate cake. I'm talking like Matilda level chocolate cake. And look at, she covered it in icing flowers. Look at how thick the icing is. And look how dense the cake is. Okay, you can't really see the flowers. I'll post a picture. It was way more beautiful when it was full. I'll post a picture on Patreon for all of my patrons to see and on Discord for all of the Discord people who don't like checking Patreon for their notifications. I need to create a Discord group for the patrons because I post videos on Patreon that are Patreon exclusive and my patrons aren't watching them. Like, they still have 0 views on my YouTube channel, even though they're private and only available to the patrons. Anyway, I just want you to see how dense this cake is up close first. Like, you need to understand, there is, like, do you see there's, like, no air? It's, like, almost a brownie. And then these flowers, I'm eating bleh out of birthday. She made these amazing flowers out of icing. Do I have my phone? I'm gonna show you. You guys, like, can you just keep track of the things I've been trying to talk about, and then after I finish this story, remind me of where I was, because the meds have not kicked in, that's for sure. Ha ha ha! She joked. Okay, here it is. Look at this cake. Is that not, like, insane? My mom made this. Are you understanding? Look at the flowers on this. She made a chocolate cake for me and then absolutely covered it in flowers made of icing. And that cake, when she showed me, she was like, oh, I just wanted to practice making flowers. And I was like, if you use white icing, can you just do the exact same thing for my wedding? Like, you know, my mom is making my wedding cake, if it wasn't already obvious. But I want a chocolate wedding cake because there's going to be 30 people there and it's my wedding, whatever. And so she's going to make this chocolate cake because it's my favorite chocolate cake. And I said, if you just change the chocolate icing to white icing and keep all the other stuff the same, except maybe don't write happy birthday, but like the flowers, it's our wedding cake. So basically this was my wedding cake taste test. So you know how other people have a checklist and it's like, get your wedding cake taste test? There, I just did. Approved. It's so good. I wish you guys could have some because it's not like any cake you've ever had. I can promise you that. Obviously the bride gets to choose the cake. Well, yes, of course the bride gets to choose the cake. But I mean, also, the other option, well, there's 2 cakes that I'm thinking I want. I want cheesecake if I get married. What I want for the other one is a carrot cake with cheesecake icing. Because I feel like if you don't like cake, like if you like cake, you like chocolate or vanilla. You know what I mean? Like you can like both. If you say like, I like cake, you're not going to be like, but I hate chocolate cake, you know? If you like cake, you like cake. But if you don't like cake, you still like carrot cake, you know? Or like banana bread. And so I feel like that's covering all of my bases for science. Wow, Laura, your mom's amazing. Birdie, yes, she is. She is amazing. And yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to all of the people who wanted to be moms but couldn't. Happy Mother's Day to all of the people who are moms to non-human babies. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms who don't have relationships with their kids, to all the kids who don't have relationships with their moms. No, not Happy Mother's Day to them. Because unless they're mothers, then I guess, I don't know. And Happy Mother's Day to anyone who wants me to say Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day. But most especially Happy Mother's Day to my mom because she's obviously the best mom. Obviously. More filling, less cake. Yeah, that's what I like. See? If you add up the icing, there's like these 3 chunks of icing are bigger than one of the chunks of cake. So it's like literally like 28% icing. This cake is like 28, which is, I think, a good ratio of cake to icing, if I can be honest. Because look, then every single bite has a chunk of icing with it, so you don't have to just eat cake, like boring. No, Swedish cake has more filling than cake. Oh, well. Is the filling just butter mixed with sugar? Because that's what this is. And maybe some flavor, I don't know. I don't bake, which is why I accept this as my love language. I told my mom how I was telling you guys about that, and she was like, that is my love language. And I was like, I know. It's mine too, I love you. Can a muffin classify as a cake? Well, if carrot cake classifies as a cake, then a carrot muffin would be a small carrot cake. I think it's a case-by-case scenario because, like, you can have black bean brownies, but those aren't brownies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, technically it's a brownie, so yes, technically a muffin's a cake, but, like, I think it's a case-by-case scenario. We would have to go through each type and decide. It's like the tomato argument, you know? Okay, so we had a cutting the cake prop white on white cake, but on the buffet we had 12 kinds of cake and 4 pies. That was like a really big thing in the 80s, right, Dawn? Like the 80s and maybe like the early 90s, the prop cake. I don't know, is that still done the same way? Because I feel like that was more of a thing way back when, like a prop cake. Like what my mom did for my little sister's wedding is she made like the same cake but multiples, I think, and then like a cake for the wedding cutting. Epic. I made a ton of cakes for all my 80 chicken. I made a ton of cakes for all my 80 chickens who are my children. Lol. That would be funny. That would be fun actually, baking a cake of chicken favorites. That might be a fun video. Just making like a silly video of making a cake that chickens can eat and then bringing it out to them because they love bread product. Ugh, that was frustrating. Had to drive the kids to school because they would just not get up in time for the bus. That's frustrating, totally, because they have to go to school, and you can't just not have them. You can't be like, no, I'm not doing this today. Well, I guess you could, like, once in a while. You could be like, today is not my day. But, yeah, that's frustrating. Because they're, like, their own full and complete humans, but, like, you're like, you don't understand, like, everything that I do in my life is to accommodate you, child, since you were born. It'd be really nice if you could wake up in time for the bus. I literally, the time when you get on the bus on time, I have 15 minutes alone of quiet time that you took away from me this morning by making me drive you. I love you, but sometimes just want to shake you. You know, I'll just say it for you, Rebecca. It's not icing, it's cream or vanilla sauce or jam. Cream cheese, 10 years and 7-year-old. Ugh. So they're old enough to talk back. That's what you're telling me. A 10-year-old? I feel like 10-year-olds have a way bigger vocabulary than I ever expect. Whenever I speak to someone around 10 years old, I'm like, you're pretty much like an adult in your vocabulary. Like, obviously you have some words like about taxes and like stuff like that you have no idea about. But like for the most part, you can hurt my feelings. By 10 years old, someone can hurt my feelings. Epic, I made a ton of cakes. Yeah, but you have a ton of chickens. Like for me, it's a full-time job. But if you have a ton of chickens like me, it's a full-time job. Yes, I don't have a ton of chickens. I have a lot of chickens. I don't think I have a ton of chickens, though. But Candace got to meet the chickens, which is so fun. She's met the adults before, but she got to meet the babies. And she got to see Pearl, how small Pearl is. And then so Candace came over. Again, Candace came over. And I was, like, basically a space cadet when she came over. I gave her eggs. And I was like, I made dandelion honey, and I'm not going to eat all of my jars of it, obviously. But in my head, I was like, after she left, I was like, I have so many little items that I don't have packaged together for when people I like come to my house, but I have them as, like, in my head, they are house gifts. Like, when people come to my house, I like to have them leave with something. It's just what I like to do. Usually it's a handmade thing like jam or whatever, and also eggs. So for some reason I had this big brain fart, and then after Candace left, I was like looking around and being like, I have so many plants and I have jams that I've made. Candace brought pickles and jam for me. I have like pickled eggs. I have like stuff. I have like cool stuff that I like to impart to new people, and my brain died when you got here, Candace, sorry. But I did prep the eggs, so that's why you got a dozen eggs, so. Anyway, Candace came over and had, like, basically Christmas-level presents for me. She brought me 2 lavender plants, which are currently outside because they go out. All the plants go out in the morning and come in the evening. She brought me 2 lavender plants. She brought me 2 hanging baskets, like the cage basket. I filled it with plants already. Just so you know, Candace, I already filled all of the planters with plants. The ones that she brought 2 planters that like sit up against a wall, and I filled them with seeds for flowers, so they'll sprout. So make her a basket and give it to her. Agreed, Dawn. Agreed. That's a good idea. I just didn't at the time. So yes, it's smart. Oh, the 10-year-old was the one that wouldn't budge. She cried and sobbed. Oh, poor baby. The feelings. That must be hard, watching something that you made be sad. You're like looking at it and like, but I love you with all of my heart. Why are you not getting out of bed, and why are you sad? But also, like, I have depression, so like I can recognize, like, if my kid was doing that, I'd probably be like, same, but you gotta get out of bed. Ooh, soothing. It's raining like bullets outside. Ooh, that'd be nice, especially if you have a tin roof. Oh no, 10-year-olds scare me now. I couldn't speak. Still mute. I hate it. You couldn't speak at 10? Jeez Louise. That's must have been hard. I definitely didn't stop speaking. She's going through physical changes already, so maybe that's why she's so crazy. Imagine, like, obviously it happened to all of us, but like I can't remember how, like, I wasn't smart enough about my body to know that's what was happening. You know what I mean? Like when you were like, what you're saying, like you could have like a rage meltdown, and like as an adult looking at a 13-year-old having a rage meltdown, I'd be like, oh, that's a lot of hormones. Sucks to be her. Like that must be irritating and blah, blah, blah. But like when it was happening, no, my dad was the reason that I was upset. It wasn't because whatever, you know what I mean? I can't imagine. I can't imagine going through puberty aware of what was happening. You know what I mean? Like aware of all the things. I was so unaware of what was going on that like my first period surprised me. Whereas like now I know I'm gonna get my period like 2 days before it happens. I'm like, oh, I have a zit right here. That means it's coming. Oh, my neck is slightly, like I know all of the things, you know? Oh, bye, Snake. Rebecca, I went to the doctor with her last week for tummy hurts. Oh, that's so 10? Ugh. I send you blessings of motherhood. I don't have any of them, but I'm sending them in your direction from the ether. I collect them and send them to you, Rebecca, because I think to be any parent, you must have saintly qualities. It's gotta be hard. But I'm glad you're here with us. Sorry that I can't offer any assistance, but I can offer comfort. You can always come here and we will support and be nice. I mean, mostly, right? Yeah, puberty stuff at 10 sounds shitty. Totally. I don't know. I was under 13, because 14 is high school, right? Oh, thanks, Karen. That was so sweet of you. You loved it? I'm glad. Good luck for your op. Oh, what's happening? I gotta go. I need this video before I go into surgery. Oh, geez, Louise, have a good surgery. Don't anything. Have a good luck. It's gonna be great. We'll see you when you get out. Oh my god, I was so aware. I'm sorry, Sid. That must have been hard. I never knew when mine was coming. No zits in junior and high school. I didn't know anything about when it was coming when I was young. I mean, now I know where I'm at most of the time in my cycle, because I know all of the physical symptoms, you know? I started the summer I turned 12, I think. I know I got it the first time at school. It wasn't traumatizing, it just happened, and I already knew what it was because I had an older sister, so I wasn't worried. But it happened at school. I remember, super weird. Childhood, so hard. Prayers for an uneventful procedure. Yes, absolutely, uneventful. Your surgery will be uneventful. Hopefully I get my voice. Bye. Sounds good. Good luck. Loved the vlog. I'm really glad that you loved it. I worked really hard on it. It was really long. I was 13 and woke up in the morning at home. Oh gosh, that must have been scary when you're 13. I mean, well, I guess at 13 you probably already kind of know what's up, you know? I feel like 10. If you woke up in blood at 10, you'd probably be like, I'm dying. Maybe at 13 you'd go, and then you go, oh, I know what that is. We did sex ed. Unless you live in the States, and then maybe you didn't do sex ed. I feel like I knew what it was by the time it came, though. But also, like, my mom and my sister were both in the same house, so, like, there was already exposure to, like, pads and tampons and stuff. I already knew what those things were. Anyway, neither here nor there. Well, my mom was really open about it, so it was just a rough cause of dysphoria, which at the time I didn't know. Yeah, right? The things you didn't know. I had an older sister, so I knew. Lovely. Older sisters. The way that you learn to put on mascara, and the way that you learn about period stuff. And shaving your legs, and how to not cut your ankles. We had permission slips for sex ed, but oh, I thought it was going to be for sex. I'm like, with your parents, you had permission slips, but then actually never actually did the class. Very nice. Okay, so listen. What else? Oh yes, okay, so Candace brought these beautiful baskets. I filled them with flowers. They are all hung up, and I mean, they come in at night because it's still a little bit cold. But next weekend, I'm putting my vegetable garden in. For real, I'm putting my vegetable garden in next weekend because it's going to be above 7 degrees at night from now on, as of next Friday. I got mine at 15, so my doctor ran blood tests and we found out I have hypothyroidism. That's frustrating, Adina. It's a good thing that your doctor ran blood tests. No, I cut the crud out of my ankles. Yeah, right? I'm pretty sure I have scarred ankles just from teenage years. I knew. I have a mother and an older sister and a book. I saw it when going to the bathroom and I just called my mom. I got my period. No drama, no nothing. That's what I do now every month. So, yeah, she brought over these beautiful baskets. I filled them. She brought over, oh my god, so many eggshells, which is amazing because the chickens need them and I don't keep their eggs. For the most part, I sell them or give them away. So I don't have the eggshells to feed back to them. Like if we were eating all the eggs, we would just feed them their own eggshells back. 5th grade and having girlfriends be like, oh my god, I want to start my period so bad because that would make them a woman, right? That would make me grown up. No, you don't. You're actually going to have to spend like $20 a month for the rest of your life to buy plastic to prevent yourself from bleeding into your white pants. So I don't know that you really want it. You're going to have to buy plastic because there are very few alternatives. Well, now there are. I mean, like, now you can get those underwear and stuff. But when I was young, it was like, you're either in an emergency with a wad of toilet paper or you're using something that had plastic, which feels so weird to, like, have as a thing that's, its only job is to absorb blood and then go in the garbage. So why did they ever think, let's add plastic? It's literally got a shelf life of, like, 4 hours, and then it goes in the garbage. Lol, white pants, you're adorable. I mean, obviously adult Laura doesn't have white pants. Have you met me? I would literally never be able to keep them white. Ever. So, lol. And I was like, that just is pain. What's wrong with you people, right? Say a baby forever. Agreed. When I was young, you got a kit sent from a pad company, so I had even tried before. That's really cool. White pants, you're adorable. I love the way that I read that in my head. Oh, the wads of toilet paper. Which woman has not been there? I think everybody. Yep. Tampax, all cotton and paper. So is OB. No, OB has plastic. Each one of them, the tampons is wrapped in plastic. I don't use tampons anymore. I'm scared to use them with my IUD. I know it's not. I know you can. I don't. I do remember when pants was a thing in like 1999, when white pants was a thing. Well, I have a pair of white shorts, and I don't know why I ever wore them. It must have been a time. Oh, it was for the CNE. I was standing all day for that. Hello, everyone. Hello, V. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, good morning. I had to think about where you are in the world. Because for Frida, good afternoon. I do only use fabric pads in a cup. Yeah, that's now me. I don't have fabric pads yet, but the underwear. Lol, the confusion. Yes, for real. Okay, but what else? She brought onion skin. She brought eggshells. For those of you that don't know, onion skins are a very valuable dye stuff resource. So it's very valuable to me. She also brought some avocado skins. She brought like an actual crap ton of candy. I ate all of it except for that one Bueno that I'm eating currently. Hey Melanie, happy belated birthday, Laura. Thank you, Melanie. I watched Friday's stream yesterday. You do have fabric yet? Do you have fabric yet for those overalls? If not, I have some for you. Dead stock, free. Corduroy from my work. It's brown. I don't wear white anything. Terrifying. I'll wear white if I'm going somewhere and I'm trying to look older. Like if I'm trying to look like I'm a mature businesswoman, I'll wear a white blouse because then you look mature because you're able to have a white blouse. Like literally, have you ever seen like an adult person in a crisp white outfit or a crisp white shirt, even a crisp white t-shirt? You're like, wow, that person knows how to keep their life together, and or they have no pets or children or hobbies. But you don't think that first. You don't go, wow, that person has no pets or children or hobbies. You first go, wow, they're so clean. And I don't have fabric for it yet, Melanie. Brown corduroy sounds like an amazing idea. What do you guys think? Brown corduroy for those overalls? Oh, by the way, to all of you who are patrons, please go onto Patreon and vote on my poll. I uploaded photos of 4 different pattern options, and then the fabric that V sent me last week. V sent this beautiful rooster fabric. It's like Dorothy's blue plaid, but it's a fine pattern of blue plaid or blue check. And then there's superimposed rooster drawings on top, and it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful fabric. And I uploaded pictures of 4 different patterns, and I want you guys to choose what I make with them. So if you are a patron and you haven't checked Patreon lately, please go on Patreon and log in and vote on the poll, because I want to start making something with that fabric. It's so beautiful. I have voted already, hun. What did you guys vote, by the way? And if you're not a patron, you should join Patreon, because right now patrons are voting on what I make next. So you could be involved. V, I voted. Superimposed rooster. Good band name, don't you think, Melanie? I'm asking my friends for unmatched socks to stuff toys. They are for the stuffing, a better filling for dog toys. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Like the socks that have holes too big to mend. Not a bad idea. You think number 4? A bunch of people picked number 4. I was surprised I was the only one that picked number 1. I thought number 1 was amazing. Oh, I'm glad I understood that it was, what should I make with these cute AF roosters? Yeah, that's what it was. Oh, I'm glad I understood that it was, what should I make? Okay, sorry that sometimes when I read sentences, I cannot understand what words are. I won't wear white pants from all the other crud I spill on myself. Yeah, I voted number 2. Roosters would be super cute as the short one. I'm like, I want to wear it, like now. So if you guys could vote like now, that'd be great, please. Also, okay, she brought flour, you guys are distracting me. She brought pickles and jam and treats for the cat and treats for the dog and treats for the Laura and treats for the Alex. Laura ate most of the treats for the both of us. Hey, where do you think you're going? No. No. Go lie down. Thunder, go lie down. Go lie down. Go lie down. That's not yours. He keeps trying to go into the other room and like look at CJ. I keep calling him CJ now. No, go lie down. Peekaboo's food. Go lie down. But you've already had yours. Go lie down. I caught him in the middle of the night. He jumped out of the bed and I pretended to be asleep. And then I followed him, and he had snuck into Peekaboo's room and was really, really quietly, like, he was sneak eating food in the middle of the night. And I'm like, what are you, me? Like, you can't do that. And I, like, watched him for, like, 10 full seconds going, like, picking up individual kibbles and, like, quietly eating them. And I then interrupted him, and he obviously had the absolute daylight scared out of him. But he was sneaking into her room to eat food in the middle of the night. And I'm like, no wonder you're fat, dog. You can't eat your food and then the cat's food. Thunder. Thunder. Hey. Troublemaker. So that's been happening. And she was oh, yes. Oh, thank you, Candace. She also brought over work boot hiking shoes. Steel-toed hiking boot shoes. They're not, like, you might call them a boot, but they're like a low boot. So I want to say shoe, but they're more of a work boot than they are a shoe, but they're not quite like a big work boot. They're a really nice shoe. Anyway, they are too big when I don't wear any socks, but when I put both my ankle braces on, which when I go hiking, I have to wear both ankle braces because I'm apparently just a damaged person now, they fit perfectly. When I have my ankle braces on, my regular shoes, I have to undo all of the laces all the way in order to be able to fit my foot in them with my ankle brace on, because it's very supportive and structural. It's like almost like a cast, but you lace it up. Anyway, my shoes don't fit normally, and now these ones fit perfectly with my braces on, so I can go hiking in hiking boots with my leg braces. I can do all the safety. So that was amazing. And Candace, they're like really nice boots, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And lots of snacks and eggshells, a huge bag of eggshells, which is amazing because the chickens need calcium, especially the old ones. That was really fun. We didn't get to hang out for very long because it's like still a pandemic and you're not supposed to hang out with people very long. So she's probably only here for like half an hour, but we walked around and Thunder, stop licking your toes. Stop it. He licks his toes and stains the fur. He won't play with any toys. He won't play with any chew things. He just wants to lick his feet. Can we do a Discord hangout Thursday or Friday? I'm so desperate to voice chat with my Yarny friends. I just want to hang out with y'all. Yeah. Let me figure it out. I agree, Sid. We should do a little hangout, just something casual, maybe in the evening. Can't wait to see what you do with the onion skins. What will I do with the onion skins, Candace? I'll dye something. As soon as I said it sarcastically, I realized you meant, what will you dye with the onion skins? But, like, in my head, I read it as, what will you do with them? And I'm like, I'm using them to dye something. But you obviously knew that. Hold on a sec. I want to show you. Also, is anyone else on this? What's that? On what? Is anyone else on this? On what? Did Peekaboo like her toy? Peekaboo, no, not yet. But she plays with yarn when we're sleeping. She comes up here and will knock balls of yarn down from my shelves. So I know she can play. I just don't know that she understands it's for her yet. So, what was that about? What are you doing? So, what I'm planning to do, because she likes catnip, I'm going to just put some catnip on it so she understands that it's for her. I want to chat. Okay, cool. If it's evening, it's got to be Thursday for me. I work Friday unless my vax knocks me over. Ooh. Sorry. Excited for you to get vaccinated. I only see my own comments. Supposed to be catnip in it. Oh, Dawn, I can see everyone's comments. Dawn, what I would recommend you do is refresh your page. Like at the top, there will be it looks like an arrow in a circle. Refresh your page and it'll restart the whole video for you. You might have to no, it should restart you right where we are, but it should refresh the chat for you. Or tomorrow, I'm home all day tomorrow. Supposed to be catnip in it. Oh. Well, I have real, growing catnip in the garden, so I'll add some real growing catnip. I don't know why my nose is so itchy all the time. It's just right here, the little septum. Oh, Laura, tell Dawn to turn the chat off, then turn it off, then on again. Or on, then off again. Or something. Turn it on and off. Or exit out of your chat and worst case scenario, exit the whole screen and start again. It'll work that way. I'm super pumped to get inoculated. I bet, Sid. It's very frustrating though. I always wanted my not the vaccination, my itchy nose. I always wanted my septum pierced, but the amount of itch that my nose has these days, just here, would probably be a problem for me. Okay, what was I gonna say? Oh, you can grow catnip, hun. Yes, Karen, I am growing catnip. You know who else likes catnip? Chickens. They eat catnip right down to the ground. So it's been damaged, but it will grow back. My chamomile is coming along amazing. Alex has rototilled my garden again, and we bought 20 more bags of soil. So I'm going to spread the topsoil out on my gardens, actually probably today, and then Alex will rototill one more time before next weekend, and next weekend I'm putting my vegetables into the garden. and I'm very excited for it. I have planted a bunch of, Candace brought over, when was this, Candace? Was it in the winter? When you brought over the seeds initially, she brought over this huge box of seeds because she used to like collect seeds. Obviously, she went through the same kind of phase that I'm going through right now, where I'm like, I just need to buy all the seeds in the world so that I can plant everything. But she brought over all these seeds for all these different annual flowers, and they're a little bit older, like the seeds, some of them are like from 2011, and from what I understand, the older the seeds are, the less percentage of them will germinate. It's not necessarily true that all of them will not germinate, but it might be a less of them may germinate. So, assuming that like in my head, I did like a way overkill, like 10% of them will survive. That's what my brain did. So I figured I'll just spread out 100, like 10 times more than I want to grow, and then hopefully 10% of them germinate. So I have planted watermelons and sunflowers and bachelor's buttons and cosmos and dahlias and zinnias and alyssum and allium and creeping thyme and pansies and tansies, and all these things I planted in the areas that are like disturbed earth, like it's not just grass, so it's like dirt and weeds. I've pulled most of the weeds, and they're all the areas that edge my gardens. So they won't be areas that I'll be like paying attention for weeds, so I won't accidentally pull out the baby plants. That's what my plan is. And then we've surrounded one of our larger gardens in stumps, and I planted all of these annual flowers that are like wildflower, like tons of poppies I planted too. This wildflower mix, I planted them on the outside of my garden. Technically on, well, it's still part of our backyard, but it's like on the side that the field would be growing on. So I want it to look like wild on the outside of our garden, so it looks like wildflowers even though I'm planting them. And I planted a whole bunch more calendula seeds yesterday evening as well. So I'm gonna have, oh, that's what I put in, actually, that's what I put in one of the planters that Candace gave me, was a whole bunch of calendula seeds. So hopefully some of them will sprout. But yeah, my plan, exactly, Candace, so hopefully some do something. That's what I figured. Some of them have got to do something. Some of them were like encased, so they should, which is exciting. I got my first vaccine. That's awesome, Dawn. Next month I can leave the house. Ugh, so exciting. Hopefully next month Ontario will let us leave the house to go anywhere except for a garden center. Although honestly, like for the most part, the only places I go are the garden center and my parents' house. I haven't gone to the grocery store except to pick up a online order. So we don't really, I don't like, my life, maybe if I was allowed to go other places I would, but for the most part right now I'm at the time of year when I'm doing mostly garden center stuff. Also, check out this, like, I wore a baseball hat, and for some, I have like, I'm wondering if it's like, does this stick out and got a sunburn? Do you see that? It looks like there's red here and red here, but there's no red here. So I'm wondering, do my cheeks like get a burn and then my jaw gets a burn? This side it's all the way. This side is... Anyway, I'm not vaccinated yet. I'm not eligible. My town is not technically in the red zone, even though it's shut down. It's not red enough for me to be able to be vaccinated yet. But as soon as I am allowed, I'm going to be. Any blue flowers to complement the marigold flowers. So Dawn, funny you should ask that. The flowers that I purchased at the garden center, I picked mostly purple, pink, and blue because I want to have it like dull down the marigolds a little bit because it's a ton of orange, right? I don't want my wedding colors to be orange. Like, that's not my goal. My goal is for it to look more like a foresty rainbow. So yeah, there is plants. I bought some seeds when we went to the garden center. I'll show you. I got bachelor's buttons, and I got something else. I don't remember what the other one is. Now that I'll think of it. Oh, it's just this. can't find the other flower pack, but these are the two that I planted some more of. So this is going to be purples and pinks, and I put those, I'm going to put them in the front and the back. And then these are going to be climbing up a bunch of cages. So I'm hoping that by adding in some pinks and purples, it will help. Oh my god, that took ages, but my bullet journal trackers are finally all cut up. Well done. It's been a rough week energy-wise, sorry, but very productive outside my bullet journal. Well, that's nice. Outside my bullet journal. So good work. I can never keep up, right? I get started really well. I'm really good at starting my bullet journal stuff. Why aren't you wearing SPF every day? Because I'm irresponsible. That's the reason. The actual reason is because I'm irresponsible. I should be. I should be wearing SPF 60 every day of my life. My skin is pale as heck and freckled. I have no good reason to not wear it. Sorry. Matches your cardigan, right? Kind of. Actually, a lot of. Look at that. My bachelor's button cardigan. Thanks for the noticing. Sid, good work. I can never keep up. Agreed. Dina, other than the supermarket, dollar store, and doctors, best to stay home. Everything else overstocked, so you just go out for the essentials. Yeah, well, our dollar store you can't even shop at. You can only buy the essentials at the dollar store. Like when Alex was going to get like birthday things, usually what he does when it's our birthday, when it's my birthday, he like puts up like a banner that says like, it's what his family always did. He like decorates for birthdays, even though we're adults. He went to go get just wrapping paper for the present he bought me, and he couldn't buy any. He came home and he was like upset, and he was like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, about what? He's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to wrap your present. I couldn't buy any wrapping paper. I was like, you don't need to wrap it. We're grown-ups. And he was like, I want you to open it. He ended up wrapping it in fabric, because I was like, you can wrap it in some of my fabric. Pick out whatever you want and wrap it however you like. And he did, but he was like genuinely like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So it was kind of adorable. But yeah, you can't. First world problems. I can't buy any wrapping paper. I never remember to wear SPF, and I live in Southern Coastal. Oh gosh, you should definitely be then. I get everything online. We have a cardboard box problem. You don't have a cardboard box problem if you have a fireplace, because I use cardboard to start fires in my base, like not in my basement, in my fire pit. And outside. Oh geez, Dawn. That's scary. It's been a highly emotional week or two here. I'm pretty overwhelmed with life. I'm sorry, Rebecca. Is there anything that we can do to make you feel better? Via words, because that's what we've got. Have you received your package yet, by the way? That would make you feel better. Maybe it'll come now. Like, if it hasn't come. I guess you would have told me if it came, wouldn't you? I haven't gotten any. Well, why would the post office mail me? They wouldn't let me know. I never did a tracking number on it. Did you get it yet, though? Frida, can the boxes be recycled? Yeah, but even if you do recycling, seriously, we have too much cardboard for that. Also recycled. No package yet? Well, Rebecca, that's good. Because if you're feeling overwhelmed, then you'll receive a package probably this week. Because it's been at least 2 weeks, right? Now? I mean, like, our mail is garbage because of, like, Canada and pandemic and Canada. But I imagine you'll get it this week. Which should help make you feel better because you'll have a new project to work on. Me too. I have my groceries delivered, yarn delivered, medicine delivered, Amazon too. Gosh, I love having everything delivered. Wish my novel could edit itself. Smile cry. Well, Rebecca, I'm sorry you're feeling overwhelmed, but you're welcome here even if you are mid-meltdown. You can come here in a meltdown and we'll still have you. What?
I'm looking for some chocolate.
You can have that because I have this.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We'll say thanks to Candace.
Thanks, Candace.
Lots of virtual hugs from all of us, Rebecca. Agreed. We're all here for you. Double agreed. If I burn stuff, it's burned. If I put it in the trash as burnable, it goes towards electricity. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. Sending love, Rebecca. Aw, everybody's here for you. Also, hi, Donka. So, what was... Oh, anyway, next weekend, I'm going to be putting in the vegetable garden. Alex has one more set of rototilling to do, which he can do. When can he do that? Let me look at our. No, Saturday is 15 and cloudy. Sunday is 15 and sunny.
Oh, it changed. Okay, it was supposed to be.
Okay, well, if you rototill on Wednesday, if you rototill on Tuesday, I can start planting on Wednesday. Well, we don't need 2 more rounds of rototilling. I am a doctor. Oh, Alex fixed our lawnmower, by the way. When Candace came over, it looked like an actual, like, abandoned home because our grass was, like, as high as your knees, and we live in the country, so it looked like a field. Not great to walk through, but now Alex fixed our lawnmower. Like, it was broken, and he, like, replaced parts. 15 is cold. 15 is cold, Dawn, but it's warm enough that the plants won't die. I'm looking at the low temperature, Dawn, and I'm talking Celsius because I'm in Canada. So on Wednesday, the low is 3 degrees Celsius, but it's anything lower than 2 degrees, and I can't put any of my babies out or they'll freeze, but 3 degrees, fine. So Thursday, the low is 5 degrees, and then everything from there on out, it goes like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, like now it's summer. So as soon as we pass that threshold of 5 degrees Celsius as the low, which means the coldest temperature that it is at night, once that is above 5 degrees Celsius, it's summer. That's summer now. Wear a sweater, but it's summer. We have 20 degrees today. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. It hasn't been over 10 since fall. I bet you the animals are just going wild outside today. Oh my god, Frida, that's amazing. I wish every country uses trash for electric. Yeah, instead of just burying it in plastic with more plastic. 15 is shorts weather here. Oh, Canada. Oh, I got it. I think in Fahrenheit. Yeah, 15 would be way too cold to put out plants. In Fahrenheit, for sure. I have lots of boxes to burn, but we can't burn outside right now. It's too dry. Oh, we can burn outside right now, but I have to go get our permit for the year. You need a burn permit when you live in the country, and I didn't buy it yet. It's like $50 for the whole year. It's just so because they like fly over here with helicopters to make sure there's no fires, like on accident fires. So if you are in the list of places are allowed to have a burn pit, they won't call the fire department if you have a fire in your backyard, which is great. Hold on. I never cry, but I've been crying a lot. Let it all out though, Rebecca. I mean, when your kids are at school, go have a shower and like scream cry in the shower. Do you know what I used to do when I was in like a really bad place of, it was mostly my anxiety was really bad. Like my depression was bad because my anxiety was bad, but it was mostly my anxiety. And I was just feeling really overwhelmed and confused about the future. Anytime that I would drive, whenever I was driving around and I wasn't next to any cars at all, and I was alone in the car, I would scream from the depths of my bloody murder soul, a full breath of scream while driving, still paying attention to where I'm going, but a full blood-curdling scream all the way for your whole breath, and do that like 3 times, and honestly, you'll feel 100 times better. I think of it like my floodgates, whenever they start to break, it's like you need to either have like a meltdown or you need to like shove it back in until you can have a meltdown. The screaming in the car, so awesome. Honestly, it's really very useful. Even though it sounds kind of like weird, as long as you're in your car driving where you have to be driving, don't do it in a parked car because people can hear people can hear you on the outside of your car if you're parked. But if you're driving and you can't see a car on either side of you, no one can hear you. Literally no one will hear you. And even if they did hear you as you drove by, it would be like, whoa, right? Like it wouldn't be a big deal to them. I would recommend cathartic screaming in the car while driving. That is that's my medical opinion, is that you probably should scream in your car when you start to feel overwhelmed. Because you kind of need to scream into something, and screaming into a pillow isn't as good because even having the pillow against your face, you're not screaming real. Screaming in the car, you can really do it, like blood-curdling belly screams. It's a little overwhelming the first time because hearing someone scream full volume in your own ears isn't pleasant. So I turned on music and then did it, and it was very good. Or scream, sing to music in your car. I just said this morning, should I scream or cry? You should scream and then cry. Or cry and then scream, because after you scream, you probably won't need to cry anymore. That's how good it is. It's good therapy. I mean, I'm not a doctor. And also, when I said that to my therapist, she was like, okay, and it made you feel better? And I was like, I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not better, but, like, I felt better for a minute. And she was like, well, that's exploring new ways to express yourself is always good for growth. And I was like, you don't have to make it make sense. It's fine. If I feel bad, I dance. Honestly, it's like therapy. Put on music and just dance, jump, wave your hands. It's really hard to do that, to dance, jump, and wave your hands when you feel shitty. It's hard to, like, do that. I get it. I know that does make me feel better when I'm needing it. Like, but it's hard to, like, incentivize yourself to dance when you feel yucky. You just want to curl up and die, you know? My therapist told me to do that. I need your therapist. My mom is making granola and now the whole house smells like cookies. Except for the disappointment of it not being cookies. I'm very happy for you. Your therapist, right? My meds aren't working. The crying and lethargy. Who else despises going off one of your depressant meds? I'm so lucky, Dawn. My first depression med was the right one. It just wasn't enough the first time. Singing helps me sometimes. I feel like singing and screaming have a lot in common, V. If you think about it, singing is just screaming with a purpose. Screaming, but knowing what you're going to say before you start screaming. That's what singing is. Think of like a rock star song, you know? She's awesome. Yeah, I feel like I could use a new therapist. That'd be great, thanks. Because mine's a boy who doesn't like me. I am going to get a new one. I've decided. V, yes, agreed. What was I saying, though? I wanted to talk about gardening. You guys, stop interrupting me with your feelings. I'm trying to talk about gardening. I'm just kidding. You can talk about your feelings. I just also want to talk about my gardening. Because that is my obsession right now. So I trimmed one of my hedges that is low to the ground, and it's some variety of pine thing. It's not pine. It's a coniferous shrub. I don't know what to me, anything that has needles, like pine needles, it's pine. That's the main. And then you would be like, oh, it's not pine, it's spruce. But if I don't know what it is, it's pine. That's what it is. All the metal pots. Oh, right. Candace also brought over these really pretty metal pots. I haven't put anything in them because I don't think I can plant directly in them. I think I need to put pots inside of them, but pretty. Very pretty. And they're on my floor. Over there. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe I'll go get them in a minute. Oh, she also brought me tea. Red rose tea, my favorite tea. And she brought me Nutella. And she brought me... Oh, I did use one of the things she brought me. So fun. Where are they? These garden labels. They're around here somewhere. Anyway, these plastic garden labels, I wrote all the types of things that I'm growing, and I stuck them in my herb garden. Sound like Grey's Anatomy. Grey always dances it out. You're so lucky. All the metal pots, all seeds. Suja. Cedar. You would call it like cedar is the base wood. Anyway, I don't know what kind of plant it actually is. It is a plant that is dark green with pine needles on it, but it's low to the ground, and it's like, I think it's meant to be like a decorative shrub. I don't know. Sorry for derailing the chat. Rebecca, my life is derailing the chat. That is who I am. I am a derailed chat. Hi, my name is Laura. I'm already off topic. That's like, nice to meet you. We're at a library. What book are you buying? And then just immediately, I have chickens. That's just who I am. Sorry, I'm going to look up to see if I could figure out coniferous. Conifer. Come on, Laura. How do you spell conifer? There we go. Conifers garden. Let's see what the options are. Oh, conifers. That's what you would call it. It's just a coniferous. Okay, so that's cool. Top 10 dwarf conifers for small spaces. Let's see if I can find the one that I made into a weird thing. Point being, I used my hedge trimmer. I used my parents' hedge trimmer, and I trimmed this coniferous bush to be shaped like a cartoon of a tree. And it's really cool, and it looks really cool, and I really like how it turned out. And now there's a whole bunch of room underneath that it used to touch the ground, like it used to like carpet over the ground, so only that bush could go in that location. But now I trimmed it so that it looks like a little drawing of a tree. I'm gonna just bear with me, you guys. You guys know what you came for. If you're new here, this is pretty much what it's always like. So if this is not your vibe, you should just go. And if this is your vibe, having a scattered friend who never knows what she's talking about and always talks forever. Let me just find, let me just draw it really quick. So, okay. So, it used to look like this. That's an accurate botanical representation of my plant. And now it looks like this. Does that make sense? It was like this. Now it's like this. So, the ground, this is the line that makes it the ground. You couldn't plant anything around it. Like, the garden was like... So the garden is like, this is where I could plant things, and here, but now it's like I have all this space underneath it to plant things, and it looks like a cute little tree, but like an old Italian man did it. It looks like an old Italian man did it, which is great because this house was basically like put together by an old Italian man, so it looks like he's still living here, at least for that one hedge. Cute little tree. Thank you, Rebecca. Thanks, everyone. This is the best little community. I agree. We're all here for each other. Totally, Donka. Nutella should be rated as a drug. Yeah. That's the kind of the joy of this stream, though, right? You don't know what you're going to get. You're going to come and hang out. That's what you're here for. Conifers. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, I've washed and put away long winter underwear. That's awesome. Put away. What a good feeling to put it away. That looks great, Laura. Thank you, Donka. British. What's British, Karen? But I think it was just all the star eyes, right? But... yeah, so I did that to one of our, like, conifer bushes. We have lots of them. And I also trimmed all of our boxwood hedge, and I trimmed our cedar hedges, and Alex trimmed the branch line of our cedar hedge. So we have a cedar hedge that's, like, it's like 50 years old, so they're huge trees. It's not a hedge. And he trimmed it so that a 6'5" person could walk underneath the whole strip of trees without hitting any branches on their head. So it's like now they look like pine trees basically. And he sawed the branches really close, so it's like just the tree trunk now, as opposed to have like pine trees have lots of arms. So now our hedges are getting a lot better. Alex mowed the whole front lawn so Thunder can go for a walk again, because we've just been like walking on the driveway and around the house on all the paths because the grass has been too long for Thunder. He doesn't like walking on long grass. All the best to Rebecca from London. Oh, very good. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, so I have a few more hedges to finish. I have a boxwood in the backyard and things like that to just sort of finish trimming up. But we're almost done with the prep before I could put my garden in. I was saying to Alex, since I can't put my vegetable garden into next weekend, you can make cedar bundles like sage to burn. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know if I have, let me double check if it's cedar, because, you know, it could just be a different conifer that I've been calling cedar. Cedar hedge. Yeah, I think it's a cedar. Man, you know, I don't know, you know. Appropriate shapes and poor shapes. Look, appropriate shapes are the round ones, and it says poor shapes. Well, I made mine the best that I could, okay? I did the best I could, Mr. Pinterest, telling me who I am. Utah, you never put all your fall winter clothes away. Last year it snowed in mid-July. Okay, not moving to Utah. That's what's happening. You can make cedar bundles like sage to burn. I think that's a great idea. Also, to just add one into the fire pit in the winter, just to warm up the house smell. I think that's a great idea. Like put it on the edge of the fire, not like in the fire because then it'll just burn too fast, but like put it on the edge so it like steams and then smolders over the day. I like that idea. Oh, Alex and I were talking about what we should do for wedding favors. Since we only have like 30 guests on our guest list because it's a pandemic and the wedding could still be canceled if the pandemic is not at least a little bit better than it is now. Hopefully all of our family will be vaccinated by then, and it's going to only be like our family that's there because of the whole pandemic thing. But even so, I want to do wedding favors. And since we only have to do like 30 of them, I figured we could do something a little bit nice, you know, like a little bit like not just like bonbons in a container, in a plastic. Instead, I was thinking we could do something like birdhouse kits or like that was it. Birdhouse kits that was my idea. My first idea was seed packets that are like custom printed because you can order custom printed seed packs of like wildflowers from Laura and Alex's wedding. You can get that done. That was the first one. The other one though was birdhouse kits. And then I figured Alex does wood burning, like he has made me gifts that are wood burned, and I figured he could wood burn something on each of the birdhouses, like just like maybe our names and the date or something, you know? I thought that might be kind of fun. If you want to make a garment with cotton, Lion Brand's Pima cotton is a joy to work with. Oh, cool. Thank you. Good to know. I keep smelling sweet plants walking outside and realize it's the junipers, so I want to make juniper bundles. Oh, also collect the berries, juniper berries. You could make gin, right? Gin is juniper. Both are beautiful ideas. Thank you, Sid. So supportive. Longhorns, long johns. I went to a wedding and had bottle openers as favors. They had their picture and the date on them. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Bottle openers, because everybody needs one in their drawer. You know, my sister did jam as gifts to guests. I like that too because I like having it be a usable gift. Like the idea, like if you sent them home with like a picture in a picture frame example, I've seen that as one, like the date of the wedding and a picture of the bride and groom. I'm like, no one's putting your wedding picture on their table. You know, I don't think I've seen berries. You should Google it. They're like light pale. They're blue. Well, they're not blue, but they have like a bloom on them, like how a blueberry does, and they are little. Like the size of, smaller than a pea. That's kind of what they look like to me. Hey, Beauty, good morning. And good morning, Laura, by the way. I like the idea of a consumable gift, though, because in my head, like, no wedding that I have gone to, have I cared to take a memento from. Do you know? Like, I'm happy I have the photos. I wouldn't need a thing that now I need to keep, like a bottle opener. You're like useful, but now people are gonna have to keep it because of sentimental value. Whereas jam, you eat it and then it's gone, and the wedding is over. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of, I feel like I want it to be a consumable. I'm such a gin fiend. Me too, Oracle. Well, that's not true. Okay, that's a blatant lie. I'm not an anything fiend because I don't really drink alcohol, but for our wedding, I will be a gin fiend. I'm going to get wasted on the evening of my wedding, I've decided, because I never get drunk. I literally, like, I haven't gotten drunk, like drunk since, I think, university, since my brother's wedding, since my little sister's wedding. So they've been married, like, 2 years. 2 years since I really drank a lot of alcohol. Before that, it was, like, university times. So I'm going to, this is the thing, though, I don't like getting drunk. So maybe I won't even drink at my wedding. I don't know. In my head, I want it to be like a crazy party for me, but I know that if I drink, that means it'll be over by like 10 p.m. Maybe I won't. But yes, when I drink, why get wasted on your wedding? I don't know. Because it seems like it's going to be full of anxiety for me, because there's going to be people looking at me, expecting me to know how to throw a party. So I figure if I just drink alcohol, I'll just not be worried. My chemistry teacher niece had test tubes filled with herbal tea. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Laura, the wedding drinker. I literally weddings. That's it. Just weddings. Okay, all the laundry is put away or hung up. I'm pooped. Very good. Well done. As a bridesmaid, she gifted me a silver heart-shaped jewelry box. Oh, that's nice. But for real, it's not a party. It's your wedding. Crazy with dancing instead. I mean, yeah, but like it is just a party. That's what a wedding is. It's literally a party in honor of the people that got married. That's what a wedding is. I mean, obviously I'm not going to get drunk at like the ceremony. I mean like after dinner with the dancing part. I'm not going to be drunk the whole day. I mean, it can be a party, but you get to decide. I mean, I think I want it to be a party. I guess I have to kind of think about it. My little sister, for my birthday, she made a whole binder for me of all the things I need to do for my wedding. She was very organized. She's a teacher, so she also broke it down into like basic plans for me, which is very nice of her. Are you saving for a honeymoon? No, I mean, Dawn, we've been together for 10 years. Eventually we'll go on a trip, but like, it's not going to be anytime soon. So no, we're not really saving right now for a honeymoon. Drink champagne. Agreed, Dawn. Gin and champagne will be the only two alcohols that I'll consume. I like gin and tonics. I like a gin and tonic. I don't prefer any, like I don't like a gin and tonic. A gin and tonic is the alcohol that I don't dislike. I don't like any alcohol. There's no alcohol that I'm like, like Sprite. The way that I taste Sprite and I go like, I love Sprite. I don't feel that way about any alcohol. So, champagne, I can drink it and smile for photos, but I wouldn't, like, alcohol is only a social drink for me. There is no situation where I would ever be convinced to drink alone because I don't like alcohol, you know? Anyway, I don't know. There's that. Dry cider and champagne. Yeah, probably just champagne and gin will be my gin and tonic and champagne. And Alex will probably, what would Alex drink? We'll probably get him something fancy so that he can like have Hennessy or something, you know? Laura and Alex to get me into the workout mood, please. Laura, get Alex to get me into the workout mood, please. Come here. Alex will give you lots of jobs to do. We got lots of workout jobs to do. You go, you get it. Money, money, you could do it. I spent all the money on the honeymoon. Well, I eloped, so that was kind of the main event. That's funny. Mine was more party than wedding. Honeymoon is a great vacation. Please save for one. Ask me later about mine. Where did you go for your vacation? Or for your honeymoon? Yeah, I mean, eventually we'd like to do something. We wanted to do either Japan, New Zealand, or Australia. Japan, New Zealand, Australia. I think those are the three that we talked about. We did talk about Madagascar a long time ago, but like all of those places, it's not like we can travel anytime soon, you know? What is Alex wearing on your wedding? Not yet fully decided, Danka. The most recent opinion from Alex is that he wants to wear a full tuxedo. It is going to be summer and outside, so that's not confirmed, but currently the current debate is about a full tuxedo. Like a full penguin tuxedo. So we'll see what happens with that. Because it's going to be in our backyard, which I think would be really funny if he had a whole tuxedo. Because it's going to be like a backyard summer wedding. Alex and Laura, the feudal lords, right? Yeah, I know. When I told my parents I was going to have bare feet, and my little sister, I told her I was going to do bare feet, she was like, for your wedding? I'm like, girl, it's in my backyard. And she was like, what, you're gonna dance with no shoes on? And then as soon as she said that, she was like, oh wait, yes, absolutely. Even if you wore heels, you'd probably dance with no shoes on. And I was like, if I wore heels, I would definitely dance with no shoes on. But she was like, you need to get some shoes for your wedding. And I was like, I literally don't though. I don't have to at all. So instead, I'm just gonna not. Because I don't see any reason for me to get shoes specific to an event that's in my backyard. Yes, it's my wedding, but it's in my backyard. I'm not going anywhere. I wake up, I get ready here, and then I go out into my backyard to get married. You know what I mean? So I'm not wearing shoes. That's stupid. No, it's not stupid. Other people can wear shoes. I'm not wearing shoes because I'm going to be inside and out of my house. Are you going to do anything Lithuanian traditional? I don't think so because my dad was born here. And there will be no Lithuanian family attending. My dad's all that's left. So there won't be any Lithuanian stuff except for my dad, and he's born here. So my Nana and my dad's dad, my grandpa, they both passed away. My Nana passed away, gotta be almost 10 years now, and my grandpa, my dad's dad, I never met him. He passed away long before I was born. That's why it's not natural for me to call him my grandpa, because he was never my grandpa. But he is my dad's dad, which makes him my grandpa, but I don't want it to seem like I don't acknowledge that he's my grandfather. It's just he was never my grandpa, you know what I mean? Anyway, so it's just my dad. I don't know. Let's see what Lithuanian traditions are. I don't know if we're going to do any Belarusian traditions either. I would love to surprise Alex's parents with something like Belarus in their Lithuanian wedding traditions. Let's see. Oh, a shot of vodka and some fish. I'll do that. Eat some fish. Having the groom carry you. That's part of peeling potatoes. Why are Lithuanian things so weird? Don't get me wrong, like, it's probably not weird for people who are Lithuanian. Oh, we can have people hold up fabric over us to walk out through under, which, after we're married, I don't know if that's Lithuanian or just what Pinterest thinks is Lithuanian. Fish and alcohol, the best. Crochet a chain from your toe and tie it around your ankle. You could add flowers. Yes, that I'm willing to do. I'm willing to do something to add flowers to my body. What a shame that there's weird consumerism associated with big life events, right? Jam, spread the love. Oh, I love that, Laura. Spread the love. So cute. Red sneakers. I had red sneakers. You can do whatever you want for your wedding. I don't want shoes on either. Well, I don't like shoes on for the most part. Why would I ask an extra stuff? Maybe you can ask Alex's sister about Belarus stuff. She was from here too. Alex and her, she's younger than Alex, so she's like more Canadian than Belarusian. Let's see. Belarus wedding, not Reading. Belarus wedding traditions. A weird bread cake. I'm down. A flower crown, Alex! Traditional Belarus wedding. Guess what you get to wear? A flower crown. Guess what Laura's wearing in honor of Belarus Alex? A wedding flower crown. Let's see if we can get it to... See, flower crown. Planning my wedding as well, so expensive. Beauty journals, I'm just pretending that it's not going to be expensive, and I'm just going to not think about it until it's time to buy things. Wait, the boys get flower crowns too! Can Alex have a flower crown? Belarus, what? Okay, I'm going to Google it, because Pinterest is a little bit, not correct, I think. Belarus wedding traditions. Like, it would make more sense for us to do Belarus wedding traditions than it would make for Lithuanian traditions, because I didn't grow up with any Lithuanian traditions, except... I don't think I grew up with any Lithuanian traditions. Maybe, like, our Catholicism was because of Lithuania. The groom needs to spell the bride's name in money. I like that. The groom needs to drink from 3 cups, salty, sweet, and sour. The face he has, that life he obtains. The groom needs to guess the correct finger to place the wedding ring. The bride, together with her bridesmaids, hide behind a curtain and show only one hand. Oh, that's cute. Aw, how to propose and marry a Belarusian. LOL. Laura, for some reason I thought Alex was Lithuanian. No, Alex is Belarusian. I'm Lithuanian. Well, I'm Canadian. My dad's parents were both Lithuanian, and they moved here, and then he was born. Oh. A bride's redemption is a complicated and elaborate set of trials made to show the groom's passion and affection for his fiancée. A bridesmaid meets the groom outside the bride's home and asks him some tricky questions or tests his knowledge about the bride and their relationship, while everyone around giggles and laughs. For example, while going upstairs towards a bride's room, a groom may be asked to recite lovely words about his bride on every step. On the first step, he may say charming, the next adorable, and so on. Multiple variations of this trial may occur. The groom may also be obliged to answer a number of questions about their relationship and his bride-to-be. What color are her eyes? Does she prefer pizza or burgers? Does she love or hate skiing? Every question is meant to show he knows enough about her and will be able to make her dreams come true. The groom needs to spell the bride's name in money. The groom needs to drink from 3... Okay, there we go. The groom needs to guess the correct flinger. We already did. So after these funny and unpredictable exchanges, the bride and groom finally unite and say some thank you words to everyone in the room. Oh, this happens like at the wedding. Oh, that's cute. Aw, that's so fun. Tamada is a loud, lively, and overly cheerful toastmaster. Another tradition is the tamada, a toastmaster. So that's an MC. Sorry, or not. What's that? Frida. Flowers for everyone. Agreed. Laura, for some reason. Oh, don't worry about it, Donka. Yes, I agree. Flowers for everyone. Musical chairs. Guests could also do potato sack races. No, thank you. Oh, that's cute. 2 pairs. Well, not yet. No, actually. That's too sweet. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into the flower crowns, and I'm into... Let's see what I bet you the Lithuanian wedding traditions are almost the same, because Belarus and Lithuania are right beside each other. There was a period of time when they were both the same country, so... There we go. 15 Lithuanian wedding traditions. Ooh, I like the skirt. I could wear a traditional Lithuanian skirt. I'd be down for that. Oh, those old Lithuanian wedding traditions. Lol, I hate people tradition have to do stuff. Oh, fair. That's fair. But still, some of them are fun. And if it makes Alex's parents feel special or my parents feel special, I'm fine with it. Let's see. Oh my god, so much text. Aww. Having your parents say stuff. No, I'm not interested in reading anymore. Give everyone a perennial flower for a gift. I like that, Dawn. Or seeds. I like seeds too, because it's going to be the end of summer. So I feel like seeds is safe as well. I like the traditional element. I don't know. I like some parts of some things, you know? Unless I look too deeply into them. I liked the idea of having a dad walk you down the aisle until I was old enough to understand that that means they're like giving you away. So now I'm more like looking at it as I would want both parents to walk me down the aisle because they are transferring not ownership, but like rather than looking at it as an ownership, it's like Alex is now the person who is supposed to care for me the most as opposed to my parents. It doesn't mean that he owns me. I am also the person who cares for him the most instead of his parents, but everyone should look at the bride, so I get to walk down the aisle. Although I could make Alex walk down the aisle and I could be waiting at the altar. We could just do that to confuse people. Will you make your own flower crown? Of course. With the flowers you grow? Yes. Give everyone a perennial flower. I read that one. Sweden was really big at one point. Hold on. Yes, Sweden. Oh, lol. No, it was part of, I'm talking USSR. I mean, maybe it was part of Sweden at one point, but it was USSR. All of it was in. Yeah, I don't want anyone to walk me anywhere. Yeah, I don't really want to be stared at exclusively. Because I know, like, I'm an emotional person. When I get into the headspace of I'm about to marry my best friend, even when I know that it's just in my backyard with just my family, I'll cry. So the idea of having to walk a period of time with people staring at me when I have emotions sounds like vomiting. It sounds like the worst to me. So maybe there will be no walking. What I was saying to my parents was we have a location in the backyard where we plan on like doing the ceremony part. Like, do you promise that you really like him? I promise. That whole thing. Then we could just have it be like everyone's mingling, including me. Like everyone's mingling. And then we all just sort of migrate to the area. where the ceremony will be, because it's all in the same yard. It's just different areas of the yard will be for different things. That way there is no walk down the aisle. It's just like, okay, everyone, let's go over here. That's why I never did a wedding. Yeah, makes sense. What about egg sweaters for? I'm not making 30 sweaters, Laura. Do you think that I am a crazy person? Don't answer that. But for real, no, I'm not making everyone sweaters. That would kill me. Oh, you and Alex can walk in together. Oh, true. We can walk each other down the aisle because we are committing to take care of each other for the rest of our lives, or at least until it's not working. I mean, like, I'd like to say we'll be together forever, but like, don't stay together with someone just for the sake of staying together with them. I'm just saying, if you've been together with someone for 50 years, but they're like abusive to you, like, get rid of them. It doesn't matter. If you've been together with someone for 70 years and you're both 85 years old, yes, you got married at the point where you were 15, you can still separate. You're allowed. You can leave anyone at any time. Obviously, the government's involved now, so it's going to be like more difficult, but like, I love Alex and Alex loves me. If that wasn't the case, I don't know that I would want people to stay married. Don't get married or stay married if you don't want to or don't want to be. I think that's good advice. I will steal that idea. Good. I like it. I cried all the way of the ceremony. Gary even made a joke. Don't cry. We don't have to get married if you don't want to. That's funny, Donka. I feel like that would lighten the mood well. That's funny. So, like I have said 1,400 times, the vegetables will go out next weekend. The chickens will be out soon. Like, they will be staying outside soon, which is good because I'm kind of over having 30 birds in my house. So that's exciting. Okay, no more wedding talk. This is painful. Sounds good, Dawn. Yeah, I don't really want to plan a wedding anyway, so let's not talk about it anymore. I'm good with that. But I do have to film a vlog this week. Do you guys have anything that you really want to see that you didn't see in yesterday's vlog? By the way, if you're watching and you were like, what? This person does vlogs? Yeah, I put one out yesterday, and it was supposed to come out today, but I made a mistake, and then it went live, and then I was like, well, now it's live. So then I posted it everywhere because I meant to put it as a premiere, but I put it as an like instant premiere. So then it came out right away at like 7 at night on a Sunday. Well done, Laura. But anyway, there is ooh, I didn't know that. In the 1600s, the Lithuania was part of Sweden. Good to know. Oh my God, 30 birds. Can't say I blame you. It's not 30 birds. It's 11 plus 9 plus 3. That's how many it is. It's almost 30 birds, isn't it? 11 plus 9 is 20 plus 3, 23. That's still a lot of birds, okay? I still have to watch yesterday's. Well, sorry, I forgot to do the after shot of the yarn that I dyed. I watched the vlog and realized I dyed yarn and then never showed you what it turned out like. I dyed yarn. I did the whole process of dyeing yarn. I did the whole process of making... It feels like 30, totally, Sid. I did the whole process of making the dandelion honey. I did the taste test for the dandelion honey, but I forgot to show you the yarn. Here is what yarn dyed with dandelion bits turned into. Way less bright yellow than I had thought it would be, but okay. Anyway, you should definitely check out the vlog from yesterday because there was a lot of cool stuff in it. But for those of you who did watch it, oh, yeah, it was midnight for me. Oh, sorry, Louisa. Yeah, I wasn't really paying much attention, clearly. But what do you guys want to see this week? When should I film? It's going to be nice today, but I've already, like, the chickens are already out, so I'm not going to vlog today. I want to vlog the whole day if I'm vlogging. But what would you like me to do in the next vlog? Is there something you'd like to see that I talk about a lot? Is there something you'd like me to try, to build, to make, whatever? I have stuff to do, but like, is there anything you guys are looking for in a vlog, like something that would make you happy to see? Because I will happily show you whatever it is that you'd be excited to see, because I'm going to be filming with my brand new camera that Alex got me. He got me a brand new camera for my 29th birthday. Can you believe that? I'm 29. I'm almost 30. I'm going to be 30 eventually. One more year, and then I'll be 30. And then I'll have to know what I'm doing with my life. Because you have to be knowing what you're doing when you're 30, don't you? Don't people know what they're doing with their life when they're 30? Alex would disagree. Oh, also, one of our silky chicks, I think it's not a silky now. I know it came out of a silky egg, but I'm thinking that the person who gave it to me, it was a silky mother, and then the father is not a silky, because the feathers are not silky. One of the silkies is floofy already. Pearl, the little one, she's like fluffy, like oily, wiry hair or whatever. Not wiry, fluffy, like stringy hairs. But the other one, the other silky, has like regular bird feathers, so I don't know what we got. I'm okay with it, but honestly, I traded 18 eggs, 18 fertile eggs, and I got 2 silkies, and actually only one of them is a silky. So oops, I have no clue, and I'm 38. Okay, good. That makes me feel nervous about my future, but also good that you're not sure either. That makes me feel better, because I'm not a grown-up yet. I'm really not. Like, my dad was like, oh, next year's the big one, and I'm like, is it? And he was like, yeah, 30. And I was like, it's not a big one, it's just another number, right? I'm not supposed to know something at the end of the next one, am I? Can we see her? Yes, although my hands are cold, so give me just a sec to warm up my hands, because I don't want to make them cold. Because they're so little. They aren't good at holding heat. I'm 31, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Good. Well, not good, but makes me feel better. Probably a little stressful for you. Makes me feel better, though. Why are my hands so cold? You should never touch a baby bird with cold hands, or a baby lizard. You can kill them. Because they're not cold-blooded. Well, lizards are, but I mean, they're not like the same kind of warm-blooded. They need external heat sources for a good time, so you could shock them by accident. Ooh, that looks attractive. There we go. Okay, 30 didn't feel big to me at all. Then my hips shifted. I hope that's not something that runs in your family. Shifted to accommodate the evacuation of humans, or shifted like with old age? Which one? I'm just me. Yeah, Frida, agreed. We're all just teenagers with knowing of consequences. Try to make good choices. Totally, Dawn. Many times I feel like the child in my house. Good evening from Perth, Western Australia. Hello, Narelle. Nice to see you this evening. It's morning for me. It's 9:49 in the morning, and I am in Southern Ontario. Pearl! Little Pearl! Here, I'll show you what the one that is not currently named. So this is the one that is not Pearl. See her feathers? She's supposed to be a silky. She has the little tuft on her head. Hi. But her feathers are like, they have a spine in the middle, like a regular feather. So, now look at Pearl. Come here, little one. Hi. I went from 40 to 44 in like 6 months. Great. We'll see. Lovely color. Now look at Pearl. She's a silky. So you can see there's no spines. Her feathers don't have that middle spine, so it's just like floofs. It's like loose, kind of looks oily like a Yorkie, but it's like floofy. And that'll just keep fraying as she gets bigger. It looks completely different though than the other silky. But the other one does have the extra toe that a silky has, and it came out of a silky egg, which is why I've been left to believe that the dad was not a silky. Hey, littles. Actually, I'm gonna get the big chickens, because I really like showing them to you, and they really like hanging out with me. Hey, big guys, who wants to come out? Who wants to come out? Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Okay, so here are 2 brothers or sisters. I can't tell because who knows. This is what 5 weeks looks like, and this is what 8 weeks looks like. Aren't they cute? Hi. You can sit with me if you like, and you can sit right here. You can sit right there. Hi. Okay, Sid, extra weight has started to gather at the middle of me instead of being evenly distributed. I am not happy about that. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. to the movement of my weight. At 21, growing up so far has been having increasing numbers of adults in my life reveal to me that many ways that indeed nobody has their stuff together, not even the ones you think do. Yeah, literally every time I've ever gone like, when am I going to know what's going on? Anybody who's an adult is like, literally never, never. We're all faking it. You just believe that adults know what's going on when you're young. They don't. My male cousin let me know if you went. Sorry. Get back here, you. Escape chicken, escape chicken. Yeah, they do look like doves, don't they? You're a little dove. You pretty bird. Hi, pretty bird. Hi. But this is almost a grown-up chicken. Let me go get the rooster. He's pretty visibly a rooster these days. Hi. You don't have to be scared. You're literally in zero danger. There, how about that? That looks more like a chicken than a dove, doesn't it? Oh God. Come here. Oh my God, you're fine. You're good. You're my buddy. So this is a rooster. This is one of Marshmallow's babies. Hi. Hi. Beep beep. I've been holding him a lot more in the last couple of days because he's kind of getting mean, which is surprising because I don't know how that could happen. He's a rooster, so it could just be like his hormones are kicking in and he's turning into a rooster, but he's bit me several times. He hasn't hurt me because it's a small chicken. But I mean, like, if I was 3, I would have been hurt, like, or I would have at least been scared. So I've been holding him a lot more because I don't want him to go to a family and then end up getting eaten because he's mean. So I'm trying to make sure all of the ones that are roosters are hella friendly so nobody wants to kill them. Hi. Like this little baby. I'm hungry and there's food in the fridge. Best feeling ever. Yes, that is a good feeling. I know exactly how you feel, Sid. I had to buy new clothes because nothing fits me anymore. That's frustrating too. Adults are just large children struggling through reality, right? You know what's weird? Everybody who's in the earth right now, who's on Earth right now, like, nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows, like, nobody knows. Everybody is struggling differently to get through this lifetime, but we're all doing the same lifetime. You know what I mean? Like, there's 7 billion people or whatever. By the time you die, it'll be a different group of however many billion. Like, we're on Earth, like, we're all here at the same time, and everybody who's coming in the world who isn't born yet won't be here in this, like, the now that we're all in. I don't know, you know. I'm gonna use the microwave I use a lot. Good, delicious. What nice have you to eat? Yes, what have you to eat? Donka, it all fits differently, totally. Well, hello there, Spot, right? Hello there. I'm 55 and I wonder where my feet have gone. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. You little toasted marshmallow? Why don't we call you Toast? We'll call you Toast until somebody adopts you, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of feelings. He is, as you can see, he's got a red comb. See? And he bites down. You shouldn't bite. If someone puts a finger in front of your mouth, you should never bite. That's not good. I didn't even do anything. I should be able to poke you anywhere. You're a pet. I should be able to pet you. Yeah. Anyway, he's not very friendly. He's, like, obviously he's friendly. He's not, like, mean, but I'm trying to make sure that he gets nice. So I'm cuddling him a lot. Last night, he slept for, like, an hour in my lap. And I was just petting him the whole time. And for the first bit, he was tweeting like this. And, like, he'd pull his wings away like that when I was petting him. But after a few minutes, he realized I wasn't going to stop. So then I'm now his friend. That's the whole story. Hey, Toast. You're my little toasty. Anyway, I'll show you him up close. I find changes in bodies, especially women getting older, it's so beautiful. Like natural gray hair, totally gorgeous. It's like a visual representation of knowledge and experience. Wrinkles too, totally. Like your body ages. Why do we have to make it something that isn't nice? Hi. Hi. Aw, hello. Hello. Oh, my little chicken. No, 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 I'm trying to hold you here. On purpose. I don't want you on my shoulder because then you end up pooping and I'm not ready for it. You know that. Yeah. Anyway, had to pick up my boys from school. Love you and leave you. Okay, have a good rest of your day, Donka. By the way, it's 10 o'clock, so it's bye for my day too. Yes, I'm good with grays and lines. My body changes make my gender dysphoria really bad, that's all. For me, I look at it too, like wrinkles and stuff are like scars, essentially. Like I have scars and I don't feel any kind of self-conscious about the scars on my body. They're just, I got hurt and it healed. So now I'm like, same way about my wrinkles. I'm like, I lived and now I have wrinkles. It's just what's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna keep happening. Society can gladly get over this idea that we lose worth for any reason. Agreed. Agreed. Anyway, friends, I'm gonna go feed some chickens, take some almost grown-up chickens outside. Bother me on Discord about voice chat Tuesday or Thursday evening. Agreed. I will, Sid. I will remember. And, enjoy your day. Thanks, Lauren, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. Don't forget to like the video before you head out. And if you didn't watch yesterday's vlog, check out yesterday's vlog because I made a really nice vlog. And you should watch it because I think it's a nice time. It's like almost an hour long, which is like you can chill. You can clean your room while you watch it. That's what I did during the premiere. Okay, love you guys. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on all the things and join my Patreon if that's something that you like to do. And if not, then I will see you on Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Thank you to all of my patrons. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your day and talk to you in the Discord. Bye.